Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I'm so very glad that you're here with all of us today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme, what inner voice do you listen to? Have you ever felt like you were caught up in listening to everything on the outside and that too many hours in the day would go by when you hadn't really checked in with listening to your inner self? Those of you who follow your creative streak, your creativity, have spent many years listening into your inner voice so that you can be expressing it. I'm wanting to invite the creative voice within all of you to be willing to show up here and give yourself this time so that you can open that doorway to that creative essence within inside of you. The inner voice within inside of you is constantly running, commanding, dictating, lovingly guiding your life from moment to moment. The voice in your heart might be different than the voice in your lower belly. For instance, the voice in your heart might fluctuate between being really open and surrendered into the moment, into receiving and wanting to be kinder and more considerate and adventurous from your heart, seeking the connection with life. Your lower belly might have some doubts about if it's safe to really show up in your full power. It might want to shut your heart down in order to take control on itself. Your lower belly might be hurting. It might have felt wounded from not being able to express itself throughout your life or even temporarily in the not too distant past. Perhaps your lower belly is holding undealt with anger. You know, our family of ancestry and the world passes on what's unresolved in them to pass on to us to work it out. And when you are finding the inner voice to listen to, you want to get to know all of the strong voices inside of you. You have a voice that might be saying, I'm going for it. I want to achieve. I want to make the most of who I am and what I'm all about. And inside, there's also another voice that is saying, I don't think I can do this. What will others think of me? I don't want to put myself out there to be judged and to hurt. And so you have that back and forth going on in your life, which creates that conflict and gives you the ability to cop out from what you're really here to do and to be, the person that you are here to be. It's so easy to get caught in the roles that we play, and we have to fulfill because other people are depending upon us and we've taken on a commitment or responsibility. So, what inner voice do you listen to? Are you listening to the voice that's saying, I don't have time for this now? I'm out of here. Are you listening to the inner voice that's saying, I want to give myself the opportunity to open, to expand, to go beyond what I normally respond, the way that I usually show up? So, how you're showing up with yourself is going to shift everything for you. So, my invitation to you is to be really showing up and dropping in, dropping down into your whole self, into the channel of energy that is like a corridor. It's an elevator shaft. It's filled in light. And it can also be filled in a lot of, just old thoughts, collected energy from other people, and doubts and fears. So we're going to bring in some gold light. The gold light is a higher frequency. It's why you see gold light auras painted over people's heads in paintings in museums that have the masterpieces from the 1100s all the way through the 1500s. You're seeing the beautiful rendition of sacred awakening. We're going to bring the gold light in. It's on a higher dimension. It's usually found through opening your focus, just saying, okay, I'm going to just flash into, tune up the dial to a gold light frequency flowing in from the top of your head. It can flow in from all around your body, from a circle of gold light around you. And as you bring that gold light into the core of you, just want to invite you to focus right into the core shaft, that core elevator, that column of light. We're going to clear it out. We're going to just pour the gold light in, clear out what's there, and inwardly just declare that you are not holding or carrying around other people's voices of what they need you to be for them, the expectation levels that you have been carrying, and to pour them forth through the gold light outwards back into the infinite cosmos, into that infinite source. So that you can begin, when you take a breath right now, you can breathe in and feel greater space inside of you. We're going to call up and invite in a voice from your childhood that's been waiting for you. The voice that is of love and brilliance. The voice of, hey, look at me. Where have you been all this time? I'm waiting here for you. And it's my time to come through. This is my time. I'm ready to step forward. And I'd like you to ask that voice, what do you need me to do? And listen. You might get an answer that's something like this. I need you just to show up for me every day. I need you not to leave me. I need you to really care about what I need. And to meet this voice in your heart and to meet heart to heart so that you feel received. You are receiving you. And always trust that the universe is receiving you. The universe interchangeably with higher source of life, that infinite love that is more powerful than any of us really know. But it has the ability to respond to you following that part of you that is in alignment with it. For those of you who have engaged with trying to create new thoughts, new positive thinking in your head without making the connection into your real human doubts and fears, you find that no matter how much you think about creating what you really want, it doesn't happen. Because what happens is that we have a collision inside between the I want to create this and the oppositional reality inside of ourself of I need to be part of this experience, part of this show of your life, part of this new chapter in your life. And without me, says the voice, it's not going to happen. So invite in that voice inside of you, that theme of can I come to? And the journey from here is opening to the voice inside of yourself that has the pathway already part of it, because you're really following that part of you that is the you who came into this lifetime to manifest itself. That part of you is your spiritual power. So when you choose to listen to the inner voice of your real spiritual power, it helps you not go in the direction of fulfilling external needs that take you away from it. Sometimes entering into a relationship feels like such a spark of inspiration, and then when the relationship ends, you go, why did I do that? Every time we make a life choice that takes us in a different direction than that inner voice of our true spiritual power, we have an awakening. And it's the awakenings that really matter. We realize that, hey, we've got a different direction to go in. And you begin to change your commitment of following the desires inside of you to following what your inner truth is, what that real, true power inner voice is really saying and what it's all about. Your true inner voice will guide you exactly how you need to be guided. And when you ask that inner voice of the true power inner self, if you should be doing something, should I take that job? Should I go into that relationship? Do I really need to cut out sugar? Should I do this? How can I up-level my health? What do you need? That inner voice comes through because it is directly connected into the infinite cosmos, that infinite source that is within you in all life, and the universe is all one. You're not separate from the universe. And to really grok into that is the shift in consciousness. By bringing together the source point, the essence of who you are into the rest of your reality, you go through that shift so that you refrain from listening to the inner voice of your rage and acting it out, that inner voice of pain. You understand, receive that inner voice from a wise place. You choose to come into your heart of wisdom so that you're not following that voice of lust, desire, for instance, and going into a relationship that you get caught in for 2 or 3 years. And then it's over because that initial purpose for the relationship's over. You follow the inner voice. And the inner voice might say, take it easy with this relationship. Don't put your whole self into it. Give yourself the chance to awaken and grow. Don't make a bigger commitment than what you really can embrace from being connected to me, says that inner voice. Or the inner voice says, yes, move forward. This is in alignment with your life. Things are going to flourish. It's the right direction. So when you follow an inner voice of an unresolved emotion, trauma, fear, the reactionary self, you fall into creating the split inside yourself between love and fear, hatred and acceptance. You follow that inner voice that's the head separated from the body awakened, the enlightened body, you fall into creating pain for others and pain in yourself that perhaps you can't feel. When we can't feel what we are creating for someone else, it means that we are listening to the inappropriate voice. Now, right now, on a global level, it's super important to be really receptive and listening to your true inner voice. And that inner voice is found through connecting in your body, the lower belly, the power that is there inside of the lower belly is connected to your personal power, your creativity, and your sexuality. So you can start with your sexual history, her story, his story, within you, how your sexual energies were received or rejected. Were they used, abused, honored? Were they disgraced? Were they embraced with love? How have you been channeling your sexual energies? Your sexual energies have a strong voice. You might have fallen into or presently have entered into identifying yourself with the voice of your sexuality, needing to be seen and recognized and embraced, seen for being beautiful, wanted, needed. Suggestion: embrace your sexuality, feel those energies, and enjoy them in yourself. Let them help you open to the creative power which is also in your lower belly, so that you can feel your personal power through your sexual energies and creative power, so that you can receive the voice of your true personal power from the lower belly. You can see and feel and hear and tangibly touch how you were taught to know, to accept or reject your own life force energies. Through the acceptance of your lower belly energies, you're able to move in the direction of hearing your inner voice. And from your connection into your lower belly, which is a shift, it's like you're opening your awareness to come down into your lower belly. And you practice being here and you connect it with your heart. And any of the static frequency that comes up, the resistances, the fears of feeling pain, you gently work with one at a time. And you give yourself the opportunity through just making time and space for yourself to feel, hear, receive that light of your true inner self, your inner voice that's connected to the exuberance of being alive. Through the pain, the hurts, the fears, the self-doubts is that exuberance, that effervescent life force energy that continually grows and builds. No matter what we go through, life is a series of deaths and rebirths, disappointments and heartaches, awakenings. And we're given these challenges to teach us and give us the opportunity to really find that inner thread, that golden thread, as you bring in the gold light each day to connect you into that golden thread that is the essence of who you are and can catapult you into your life. In the Spirit Gateways Institute programs, Whether you're working in a group mentoring program or one-on-one, you're provided the tools to find that gold thread and to weave your whole self into oneness so that you can become the whole expression of you and fulfill what you came into this lifetime to realize, to become, and to be. Thanks so very much for joining with all of us, holding you in deep love. May you have a truly breakthrough week. With all my love, this is Ayana Lehi.